No, it's.
Let me just
unplug the HDMI.
No.
Yeah. It's.
Oh, you're gonna give it to Roxanne right there.
Yeah. Have you been voting on approving this or just investigating it today?
There's a forwarded recommendation to the city council that will happen today.
I see, so it's not a vote yet.
The city council, you'll hear about that. I'll mention all of that in my,
Okay,
if you want to give
thanks.
Roxanne your
No,
cards.
that's okay, that's it.
If you want to speak though, just give her
Yes, I
the,
do, but I think what I'm going to do is save it for
Oh.
another time.
you don't want to speak today then?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? This is all public record, so,
It doesn't matter.
oh, okay. I mean, I want to make it, we are making a decision, but it's a recommendation. So if you want to speak, you should if you want to.
Maybe I should. say something.
Okay.
You could do it twice, you could do it.
Right,
later.
you can do it at the council meeting too.
He agrees with me that it shouldn't happen now, that we'll
Okay.
probably go through the lawyer and then that'll be okay, but that'd be
Okay.
better. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we're live, so I'm gonna get started. So good afternoon and welcome to the Administrative Zoning and Subdivision Committee hearing of August 13th, 2025. My name is Amber Blazinski. I'm presiding over the hearing today as the zoning administrator. And I'll call the meeting to order, I have no clock, at 4:02 p.m. So section 2 of the agenda is roll call. I have with me Quinn Breyer, principal civil engineer, and together we comprise the subdivision committee for today's hearing. Diana Fazeli, assistant city attorney, is not present today, but we have a quorum with 2 of the 3 subdivision committee members present. Today's hearing will operate in a hybrid format. Staff, the applicants, and some community members are in person. However, we'll also ask if community members joining us virtually want to speak on an item at certain points in the meeting. When those opportunities arise, typically during the public comment portion of each agenda item, members of the public wishing to comment may do so by clicking the raised hand feature in Zoom when I announce the item on which you wish to speak. Speakers will be notified of their turn shortly before they are called on to speak. If you have phoned in today, then please dial *9 to raise your hand at that time. If you dialed in by phone, if you are called on to speak, please press *6 to unmute yourself. And all speakers, virtual or in person, have 3 minutes to provide comments. We don't want to share that way because it doesn't go into the Zoom link. You have to be in Zoom.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, we're having a little technical difficulty, so let me just sort this out. So can you connect into Zoom? And then she can come up. Yeah, yeah. Because I don't think it shows otherwise. Sorry. All speakers, virtual or in person, will have 2 to 3 minutes. It'll depend on how many speakers there are to provide comments. If you're in person, wish to comment on either of the items, please fill out a yellow speaker card for us so we're able to accurately spell your name for the meeting minutes. Good? Okay.
Sure you can join the panel.
Okay, so the next portion of the meeting is oral communications from the public. This is the time set aside for persons wishing to address the zoning administrator on any items that are not on the agenda. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and state law prohibits any action on any item which is not on the agenda. So is there anyone who'd like to speak on any items that are not on the agenda? I don't see anyone in the room. Is there anybody online, Roxanne?
No.
Okay, so do you guys need me to take to pause? What's that?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna take a quick break while we get this presentation ready.
You can again, I'm invited.
If you go through the link, are you on your end?
Because it's about the police research.
Okay,
They like get litigation.
because the HDMI is not good because it shows, okay,
There you go.
all right, you're in there now? Okay. So we'll now move on to section 4 of the agenda, which is the joint administrative zoning and subdivision committee portion of this public hearing. And we have one item to discuss. Item 4.1 is 266 to 272 Tyrella Avenue with a request for a development review permit to construct a 4-story, 47-unit residential condominium development utilizing state density bonus law, a heritage tree removal permit to remove 8 heritage trees, and a tentative map for condominium purposes to create 1 common lot and 47 residential condominium units on a 1.0 acre project site. And a recommended determination that the project is categorically exempt pursuant to section 15332 of the CEQA guidelines. It's important to note that the decisions made on this item will be in the form of a recommendation to the city council, who will make the final decision on this project at a public hearing that is tentatively scheduled for September 23rd, 2025. So we'll now have 1 staff presentation, 1 applicant presentation, and 1 opportunity for public comment on the item. But then we'll break up the decision on the development permits and the vesting tentative map when making actions at the end of the public comment portion of this hearing. I will act as the zoning administrator on the request as it relates to the development permits first, and then the subdivision committee will act on the request for the vesting tentative map. Krisha Pinolar is the project planner. Krisha, do you have a presentation for the committee?
Yes, thank you. So good evening. My name is Krisha Pinolar, Senior Planner, and I'm here to present the proposed project at 266 and 272 Tyrella Avenue. So the project site is located on the west side of Tyrella Avenue across Kitto Drive. It consists of 2 parcels totaling in 1.01 acre size. And the site is primarily surrounded by 2-story apartments and condos, as well as 1-story single-family residential. The proposed project scope includes a development review permit, heritage tree removal permit, and a tentative map. The proposal is to construct a 47-unit, 4-story condo building above 1 level of underground parking, removal of 8 heritage trees, and combining the 2 parcels to 1 common parcel and 47 residential condominium units. The proposed project is utilizing a state density bonus request. This project is eligible for a 42.5% state density bonus, which could qualify it for a 52 total units, but the project is only proposing 11 density bonus units for a total of 47. No incentives or concessions are proposed, but the project is requesting 4 waivers, and those are to the maximum height, the minimum setbacks for floors 2 through 4, maximum floor area ratios proposed to increase, as well as the maximum site coverage. Staff has reviewed the project and finds it consistent with the general plan and zoning. Staff also recommends that the project qualifies for a categorical exemption under section 15332 and recommends zoning administrator and subdivision committee approval of the project as well as the map. And staff is also available for any questions.
Great, thank you, Krisha. So it's now the applicant's turn to make a presentation. We don't have our podium today, so I think if you can just stand and face us, yeah.
Just introduce myself, Bill Maston, architect for the project. We've been working on this project for a number of years and interacting with staff on many levels to make sure that we have the project that we have today. Believe it or not, though, the site seems simple, it's actually complex when you address issues as far as access, fire, life safety, and even taking advantage of as many of the existing trees on the property as possible. So in general, we believe we've done a good job working with staff to come up with a project that it seems to be liked by most that I've talked to. And really, I'm just here to answer any questions either of staff or of those in the audience.
All right, thanks, Bill. Nope, that it doesn't happen. Yeah, we'll let you speak though. All right, so we'll now open the item up for public comment. So I'm just getting a show of hands. Are people in the room speaking on the item? If you can raise your hand. And if when you're finished speaking, you can fill out a yellow speaker card over there for Roxanne, so we accurately spell your name. That'd be great. So 2 in the room, and then Roxanne, are there people online who have their hands raised?
Not at this time.
Okay, so I'm guessing they're. Okay, let me just give them a minute. So people online, if you're wishing to speak on this item, please raise your hand. I think you'd are *9 if you called in. Okay, so I'm just seeing a couple. So whoever wants to go first, can you please come on up and stand up here and just just face us? And you have 3 minutes. Yeah, just face
Oh,
us.
This is gonna be very
Okay,
quick. I'm Len Abrams and I live on Ada. And I wanted to ask Bill, how many
wait,
parking-
just ask us and it will
how many
direct question.
parking, spaces underground are there going to be per unit? Because on Torella, there's a lot of double parking already and actually I had to divert my route once because of an accident at Torella and Middlefield that you probably know about what, 2 months ago, something like that. So I wanted to make sure that there was enough underground parking, so it didn't further aggravate the situation on Torella.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Yeah. if you wanna- Sorry.
Is it possible to put the map back on there? the
Uh,
layout?
Yeah, I think we can put the map out there.
Everybody,
Do you want the site plan or the map?
the site plan. I
The thing that you just, that you
Right,
were
where you
looking at?
see the whole building.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Hi. Okay, so I'm living in one of the units right on the side here on Easy Street, on 227 Easy Street and 229 Easy Street belong together. So we are actually right on the other side of the fence. We have a few questions because I talked to 221 Easy Street is right here on this side, right there. I hope I'm correct. Yeah, I think that is right. Question is the timeline. When are you guys starting? How long will it take? How much of dirt, how much of noise will this all be, creating for us? Second question is there an easement between these condominiums right here and here on that fence line? Third question is what trees will stay? Because most of the trees, I would say, get rid of them. There are a huge mess on our side and they don't even belong on our side. And that is really annoying. And we have to clean it up and also nobody is attending to these trees. They're just growing all over the place and nobody cares. I can't think of anything else. I had them all in my head. I don't think anything changed from the last time. I believe it's one parking space underneath per unit, correct? We just have to learn to have less cars, like in Europe. So just commenting on that, I think that would be great because I have my neighbor across from me has 6 cars and 2 adults, which is unbelievable. Just to say that as well, it's not necessary. I think that's it for me right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so anyone online, Roxanne?
No.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Bill, can I ask you, please, if you have any indication on timeline, if you want to maybe answer that question?
Timeline at this point is probably a minimum of 2 years, the way things are going with the approval process that, before we would see construction
Okay.
start. We'd be then looking at 2 years of construction time from start to finish.
Okay. And then I think Krisha, do you want to confirm parking spaces per unit?
Yes, so the number of parking spaces per unit is correct. It's 1 per unit for a total of 47.
And this project is within a half mile of transit, so there actually is no parking. We can't do that. There's no parking requirement, so 47 spaces, one per unit is all we can require. I mean, we can't require it, but is what we're getting from this project. The easement question, I'm not certain.
So I'm not aware that the project will be dedicating any easements. Very quickly, I was trying to check if there are any existing. It does not appear like it, but we can definitely confirm that.
Okay. And then I think on the tree question that you had, I think maybe you and Krisha can just talk maybe after the meeting and she can show you their landscaping plan if that's okay with you.
Wonderful.
Okay, so with that being said, so as the zoning administrator, I will act on the permit requests for the development review permit and the heritage tree removal permit, and also make the recommended determination that the project is categorically exempt pursuant to section 15332 of the CEQA guidelines. And so I move to approve item 4.1 based on the findings and conditions posted online and the application materials reviewed by city staff, including all public comments submitted prior to and at the hearing, with the reminder that my decision is a recommendation to the city council, who will take the final action on the development permit requests. And now I'll bring the item back to the subdivision committee to discuss the tentative map. Do you have any questions, comments, or want to make a motion?
I'm ready to make a motion.
Okay, okay.
So I make a motion to recommend to the city council to approve the tentative map, subject to the conditions of approval and in conformance with the general plan and zoning code.
Great, and I'll second that motion. And I'll ask Ms. Rutherford to do a roll call vote.
Lizinski
Yes.
and Fire.
Yes.
All right, so a motion of approval for item 4.1 was made and passed unanimously by the subdivision committee. Again, with the reminder that our decision is a recommendation to the city council, who will take the final action on the map request. And that's tentatively scheduled for September 23rd, 2025. So this concludes our public hearing today at 4:17 p.m. And if anyone has any follow-up questions on any of the items, then you can contact the project planner. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I do have a question about the distance between the trains.
Yeah, we have a map, actually. It is. Unfortunately, it is.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's not a
Well, it's not gonna be a,
But you said it was enough.
it is. So ma'am, it is.
No.
Yeah.
So, what we go by is what.
As a bird flies? not
By-
the person
from the
walks?
parcel.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the
I
bird
see.
flies. It's
The
a
bird-
requirement.
I
The
see.
bird, we have to
birds are
listen to the
going be-
bird.
The birds are going to be
I know.
flying from the apartment complex
Yes,
over
yeah.
to, well, then just, if we just have birds in that unit, it should be fine.
Yeah, so we have to
They
do that
won't have
based
any
on state law.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it is based off like what the state gives us, so I can send you what their letters